See, it'd be real awkward if that was a normal human. Like, would he feel bad? Anyway, this was the girl I was cheating on you with earlier into the season. I'm glad my side piece can meet my main piece, you know? I would hate to see the downstairs if it matches the upstairs right now. Hey, it grows back. It's fine. Go ahead. Man, Yoshi's life is just living hell. The fact that by episode 9, they can cut off the main character's head is pretty bold. And before I get those weasels, you spoiled me. How dare you spoil me in your titles? He's obviously not dead, bozos. If I actually thought he was dead, that wouldn't be the title. Like, if I come up here next week and he's actually dead, gone for good, that won't be in the title. It's a sad state that we live in 2025, and I still have to explicitly reveal that if the character's if it's like a big actual spoil, it won't be in the title, you brainiacs. But it's still shocking nonetheless that they I thought it was gonna be our guardian for a second. Nah, he just cut our heads off. It's kind of wild. Yeah, make sure you drop a like though, show your support on the video, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon's where you catch my full live reactions, all these episodes and other exclusives if you want help fund the channel. So we had to wait a week, not because of production issues. There's a couple shows that just like their time slots got took up by other programs, so they had to wait. We come back and it's wild because our main piece meets our side piece. So MILF Mom over here, normally not the MILF I go for, but there's something about her this time that I'm oddly into. She's helping us, and I'm like, okay, you know, Hikaru's the lightning rod. Which, yeah, makes sense. It's a good way to put it. When he was in the mountainside, the spirits were all in the mountainside. When he came down to the village, now they're all coming to the village. So, blind man can see, put him back in the mountains, the shit goes away. The issue is that we have a human who's becoming less logical and more emotional, which, hey, is, yeah, human nature, but he's feeling more like the monster, and the monster's feeling more like the human. And they're definitely progressing more into this whole Hikaru family line where 1749, something like that, some shit happened, and now his family's still paying the price. I don't know what the hell they asked for, but clearly nothing good is happening. And it's weird because Samurai Buddy and his hamster power, right? Like, I'm thinking to myself, okay, yeah, he's clearly now knows, because what ended up happening was that spirit penetrated him. There's a lot of penetration on this show. I love it. And then he got a vision of both Hikaru and Yoshiki when they're in the bathroom dealing with that spirit. So you knew he was going to hunt him, but when Crazy Buddy goes insane and is ready to cut us down and he pops up, I'm like, oh, unexpected. Like, at no point did I think this woman was going to work with us to help Hikaru. So the fact that I was like, oh, who was going to be our biggest foil, maybe he would help us, made me let my guard down and he cut his head off. Now, immediately I knew that wasn't going to be enough, right? Like, Yoshiki's out here, he's like, damn, I've lost 2 boyfriends in the span of a year. This is some wild shit. Hurts even more when the boyfriends look identical, but I digress. I assume what happens is Ten comes out, because we see at the end the little mutated, I don't know, pus shit. It's going to reconnect to his body or something, right? Either way, though, we know his regeneration is weaker these days because he gave half of it to Yoshiki. But my question is, we can't beat this man in a fight, right? I would assume. Now, granted, maybe he reattaches himself and does some symbiotic, like, you know, think of Venom or Carnage when their symbiote, like, spikes outwards. Maybe he'll do something like that, I don't know, to get out of there. The issue is he's going to know where we live. So, like, I have to assume we de-escalate, and he doesn't immediately think he has to kill us. Like, more of a, I just need to assume. Which is really funny when you think of it. He's like, hey, I gotta test something. Cuts a teenager's head off. If that was a normal human, he just killed someone innocent. And I fear that there's no authorities in this town that would be able to stop him. He would just be like, yeah, I did that anyway, later. The wild thing is, I forget when, maybe 3, 4 in that area, I was like, hey, we need to seal his bitch ass back in the mountainside. We do that, probably things will work out. Hikaru in this very episode's like, I should just go to the mountains. Like, he says the thing that I was thinking. And I used to think that Yoshiki would trick him to trap him in the mountainside. Because with how the show was at the beginning, it was very much a fear, an addiction. He had an addiction to something that was dangerous. But he also knew that it was dangerous. So I figured at some point he would trick him, seal him up there, and it would be a very chaotic ending. I'm starting to wonder, because I've been told, this is all I know about the source material. Apparently season 1, when it wraps up, should stop at a point that is a very satisfying stopping point. Now, obviously the story won't be over, unless they did an anime-only ending. But if it's going to be a satisfying stopping point, I legitimately wonder if Hikaru, like, seals himself, traps himself, goes back to the mountainside, and the town goes relatively peaceful. Not that I think the story would stop there, but it would be an interesting stopping point for an arc, right? Because, like, if we do get a season 2, which I hope we do, it's a good stopping point in the way that if he was to go back up to the mountainside, spirits would follow there. Yoshiki's like, I want him back, I'm gonna try to get him back. Then we see where it goes in a season 2, or we go read the manga. My other thought and option for the story's stopping point is it's kind of like an open-ended, we know shit's gonna keep hitting the fan, they're gonna keep coming, but we're gonna work together. The power of boys' love will not be stopped. And then we end it like that. Either way, I do feel confident they'll find a good stopping point at this point, which I haven't really felt up until this episode. Like, I was like, there's no way, it's too chaotic. But with now heads coming off, allies being formed that I didn't think, I do think there's a way to stop season 1 without it being a complete blue balls ending. I'm definitely very interested in this story, and I hope it does continue to get seasons, because there's 2 shows this season that I unironically want to read the source material if it doesn't continue. That's Clevadis and now Hikaru. Both of them are just so good and easily my favorites that I'm watching this season. If he didn't know our names and he didn't know where we lived, I would think maybe we can just get away from this guy. But like if Hikaru truly is fine after this, he has to let us go. That's the only way. Because even if we fight him and push him back, he's gonna locate us again. Like, you can't just... My brain trembles, bro. The whole damn show up until, like, maybe the last month. Which, sure, that's like, what, 5 episodes? It doesn't seem like a lot. But when you had such a visceral reaction to Hikaru, to now be worried he might die, it's a weird feeling. I wanted to correct him when he's like, I guess I'm their god. No, you're kind of like the devil, but maybe you're the god of the weird world. Because, yeah, he's not human, he's not spirit, he's some sort of in-between. It's a wild experience. Your thoughts? What do you think's going to happen when he reattaches his head? Because it has to be what happens, but it's the what happens after that is the real head scratcher. Your thoughts? Drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon is, of course, to catch those full live reactions and other exclusives like, hey, I like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. So today we got Daniel, Leanne Chow, Marcus Rucherts, Elias Cortez, Jose Raffo Caster, Sarah, Azura, Danny, Charles Polk, and we also have Renee Villarreal. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. You'll have a good one.